Hey everybody, Ace Trenillium here. One of the most revered features of Pokemon Sun and Moon was the replacement of HMs with Ride Pokemon. During the first 6 generations of Pokemon, HMs, or hidden machines, were the scourge of the Pokemon moveset. Unlike TMs, which can be overwritten with better, more useful moves, HMs were very much permanent and somewhat unreplaceable. The only place you could get a HM removed was at the move deleter's house in any particular game, and depending where you were in that game, that wasn't always an easy option. This meant you were forced to either overwrite moves you actually wanted to keep, or you'd have to turn down learning some fantastic moves that could drastically alter the potential of one of your Pokemon. Well, good old Generation 7 came and gave us a region where all TMs were created equally, and tasks that usually required HMs were appointed to Ride Pokemon, various Pokemon that can be summoned via the Ride Pager. These wonderful Ride Pokemon allow you to use things that are the equivalent of Surf, Strength, and Fly, things like that, without you having to waste a move slot on one of your favourite teammates. And today, I'm counting down my top 5 Ride Pokemon. Number 5. We're starting with arguably the one that's less of a HM replacement and more of a dowsing machine replacement, and that is Stoutland Search. The basic premise of this one is you ride around on the back of the biggest doggo ever, and you can command him to put his nose to the ground and search for treasure. Granted, the treasure that you get isn't much to shout about. Paralyze heal here, repel there. I think about the best thing you can get with it is a star piece, so it's not that great, but it's still kind of fun. In fact, a better way to find decent items is have a team of Lillipups with the pickup ability and then just run around on Stoutland's back for a little bit and see what they find. You can find Destiny Nuts that way. Wait, aren't these supposed to be better than HMs? Number 4. Machamp Shove is one of the weirder Ride Pokemon. Only really needed in a handful of areas, Machamp appears to aid you by cradling you in its lower arms while it uses its upper arms to push around huge boulders using its massive strength. It's basically the strength HM. I like this one purely for how comical it looks, with Machamp literally carrying you around in its arms like a baby. My problem with this one is, surely it would make more sense for Machamp to hold you with its upper arms, because its lower set of arms are between Machamp's body and whatever it's pushing. So if it's holding you there and it decides to push its body in for a bit more leeway and a bit more force, it's gonna crush you between Machamp's body and the boulder. That sounds like a nightmare. Number 3. Toros Charge is the first Ride Pokemon registered to your pager, albeit after several uncomfortable encounters with Tauros around Howoli City. This PokéRide feature allows you to run around places at a much faster speed than normal, whilst also able to break boulders that normally would block the path to things like TMs or special areas of the game like 10 Carat Hill. It's a great feature. In fact, it's so great I feel like we're giving it too early in the game. It probably could have been introduced later in Sun and Moon, like maybe on Ula Ula Island or something, but it's still a fantastic feature nonetheless. It really just gives you that feeling of riding around at full pelt on top of a noble steed that... Wait. It's not a horse, it's a bull? Still cool though. Number 2. Lapras Paddle encompasses 2 of my favourite things in Pokemon. 1, gently riding round on a Lapras's back, which is just like something out of a dream, and 2, being able to encounter more water-type Pokemon. Back in X and Y, when the surf mechanic turned your favourite surfing Pokemon into this weird fish blob thing, Lapras was the only Pokemon to have its own 3D surfing model. Fair enough, in Oras they gave the same treatment to Sharpedo, Whalmer and Kyogre, but astonishingly, Lapras was absent from that, so seeing Lapras brought back as a replacement for the Surf HM was a breath of fresh air. I mean, yeah, Sharpedo got one too, but there's just something about sitting on the back of a noble looking Lapras and gently fishing that's just so serene and relaxing. Oh shit, you still here? Number 1. You knew it was going to be Charizard Glide, I didn't even need to say it. After we were so spoiled in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire with the Soar ability for Latios and Latias, it's still nice that we got a replacement for Fly in Pokemon Sun and Moon. This time with a glorious animation of Charizard shooting up into the sky, able to pretty much fly anywhere in Alola, with only mild limitations. Charizard Glide is easily the Ride Pokemon that I use the most. It's just so quick and easy to use to hop from one place to another in Alola. Especially if you're doing something like shiny hunting or grinding for levels, it's nice to be able to hop back and forth from the Pokemon Center to a particular route, back again as much as you need to. Just It's just so quick and easy. Charizard Glide is the essential tool for all Pokemon trainers in Pokemon Sun and Moon, and that is why it's my favourite of all the Ride Pokemon we've had so far. Now don't forget to leave a comment letting me know which is your favourite of the Ride Pokemon, and let me know why it's your favourite. I want to hear the reason behind it. Of course, follow me on Twitter for all my latest updates, and subscribe with notifications on so you never miss a video from me. But until next time, I'm Ace Trinellium. Keep on training.